Hey everybody, I'm Creed, and this is Creed Saturday Morning, episode 19. And today what I'm working on is the one, the only, the Mighty Hercules. So the Mighty Hercules ran for 128 5-minute episodes from 1963 to 1966. And he's a slightly different Hercules than you see in most versions of like TV, movies, and other cartoons. This guy got a ring from his father Zeus, and the ring allows him to have powers down on Earth. He has a kind of a stock of enemies. Now the problem that I have as a guy who's drawing villains, his villains are very generic looking. They're cool, they don't have a ton of design in them. And his enemies include the wizard Daedalus, Wilhelmine the Sea Witch, the Mask of Vulcan, and Terran. Now I've already drawn Daedalus and Terran. The Mask of Vulcan, I love the Mask of Vulcan, but it's basically just a guy in a robe with a bucket on his head. And Wilhelmine the Sea Witch doesn't have a ton of detail or anything, but she's cool. It's just a fantastic show. What I found when I drew Terran is people would comment that they didn't like the show much, but they liked how enthusiastically I spoke of it. So I probably can't really convey how cool the show is to me, and it's probably because I saw it in the 80s mixed in with my other cartoons. And once something gets in there early on, you just love it. And when I go back and I watch this, I still love it. So, I don't know, some people don't. If you've never seen this before and you watch it, you might not think much of it. And that's, I guess, with a lot of retro stuff. The music from this cartoon was also in a movie called The Black Shield of Falworth. And it's cool to hear that music and it's not on Hercules. Now, the character of Hercules is voiced by Jimmy Tapp in most episodes. I think there are a few where he doesn't do it, but he's credited it for the full series. And in the show, like I said, his father Zeus is pretty much an asshole. When he sent him down with Terran, he just gave him a box and he goes, "Don't ever open this box, and here, go do these things." But he never gave him any information in case something went wrong. And he was like, "Oh, I'll take your ring if you don't do this right." And one of my other favorite characters in the show, on Mount Olympus, is the Donus, who stares into the crystal rock of seeing and tells Hercules about problems and stuff. That guy's cool. And the funny thing is, at the end of a lot of episodes, Helena could be Hercules' girlfriend. And she's like, "Oh, Hercules, you saved the day. Come here." And she looks over and he's already halfway to Mount Olympus. I don't know if he's shy or what's going on, but he wants none of her groping, that's for sure. Now, my favorite episode of the show, and I can't find a copy of this to watch, is when Daedalus puts a dome over Calydon and seals the whole place shut. My other favorite episode, they're all great, but the ones that really stand out are that one and the one where Daedalus transforms himself into an evil version of Hercules. And he looks just like Hercules, but with kind of an evil sneer on his face. And him and the real Hercules punch it out underneath the mountain. It's a fantastic episode. It really is great. So this is part of my trend to get a little bit more away from villains. I'm not giving up on it, but I want to branch out into doing the heroes. I've done a couple of vehicles. I've done a few buildings. I'm branching out completely into any cool stuff in these shows. And actually, I'm putting a little slight change in direction for the way I'm going with my art. What I've been doing for quite a while now is sort of tagging shows. I'll do somebody from this show, and somebody from that show, and somebody from another show, and I jump all around. And as of right now, I have 101 shows represented in all my cartoon art. 101 separate different shows. And I think the time has come where I'm gonna start digging in some, and I'm gonna do like a few different things from the same show, or I'm gonna do group pictures, or I'm gonna do a set of vehicles. I want to do a deeper dive into individual shows, and I'm gonna start focusing on. I'm gonna pick a year, and it looks like I'm gonna do 1980. Now that's not exclusively, because I don't like to limit. If I feel like drawing something else, I gotta hop on that, because if I feel like drawing, I gotta go with it. But in general, I'm gonna try to focus on, right now, for the next little while, on cartoons from 1980. And I have a really cool big project coming up where I'm going to be able to use most of my art in it also. And I do plan to do a few more pieces from Hercules. I'm gonna do the few remaining villains. Then Hercules has some great monsters. I love the Hydra. There's this monster that the more you punch him, he splits into two, and then the two splits into four. I love that guy. I'm gonna draw him. So a lot of monsters. And then I'm probably going to draw stuff like, well, I'll draw the rest of Hercules' crew, you know, Helena and Newton, etc. But I'll probably actually draw maybe even Zeus. I want to get a good representation of a lot of the characters from certain shows. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a deeper dive into individual shows now. There will definitely be more art from the Mighty Hercules. I really like this style of art. It's really a lot like the old Fleischer, Superman cartoons is what the art reminds me of. It's just a fantastic show. This is my Hercules. I know a ton of people are it's the Disney Hercules is their Hercules, or Hercules from the Legendary Journeys. It sort of depends on who you saw first. And no, it's definitely the Mighty Hercules is Hercules to me. And I really love this piece. I'm so happy I finally got around to drawing him. So I've got big projects coming. I have a lot more art. I just finished another piece. And I'm still way behind on videos. So for you, that's good, because there's a lot of videos just sitting in a folder that I just have to, I have to do a little bit to make it into a video. And hopefully, I know I said that 2 weeks ago when I did my last video. I have this problem where I think Tomorrow Me is going to be an ace at all the things I'm having trouble with today. And no, because Tomorrow Me is just today me later on. I got to realize that and work around that. You can't solve a problem by magical thinking. You're going to solve a problem by, okay, here's the situation, accept that, take that as a given, and then find out what to do. So I'm working on that to up my video production. But my art production is going awesome right now. I'm doing roughly a piece every 2 days for the last couple weeks, which is just excellent. I'm giving it a really good finish to the year. Well, I better get back to it. Everybody out there have a great day, and hopefully I'll have a lot more soon. And until then, take her easy. Hey, thanks for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it. Just by watching these videos, you help me out. But if you really want to help the channel, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on how you feel. Make sure you're subscribed so you can keep up with my latest stuff. And if you're looking to buy a cartoon I'm talking about, I will put up the link to Amazon in the description. And if you're a big fan, the absolute best thing you can do is recommend this channel to a friend who loves cartoons. Thanks for watching.